Hey guys, today's a new video, and let's just get started. So first and foremost, sorry for being gone for what amounts to about, I'd say, a good week, possibly 2 weeks. Let me check actually. I was gonna make a video, but then I uploaded that video saying I was just basically kind of done for a little bit because that was at least 4 hours worth of my life just wasted because the fucking thing wouldn't work. So that's always fun. But let's get started with the actual event, and then I'll go ahead and just really deep dive into what do you call it? The Otsutsuki Kaguya, the sealed Kaguya, the Ninja World War. Just explaining a lot of stuff basically. So first and foremost, it is the create the future event. Basically, it is a combination card between Hashirama, Tobirama, and the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. So, keep in mind that this combo card is very expensive. It's really, really expensive. And just to give you an idea, to get it all in one day, which is possible but extremely expensive. Let me see, 20th to the 30th. Let's see, right over. Getting it all in one day would cost you, if I could find it. Let's see. So you get, where is it at? Oh, hey. Okay, here we go. At 25k, you get Create the Future 30 fragments, 30k, another 30 fragments, and 35k, another 20 fragments, actually. And then finally at 40k, another 20 fragments. At that point, you get the combination card. But keep in mind that it is a very powerful combination card, don't get me wrong. Um, Basically it's stupidly powerful because so the third Hokage goes to reborn. Just is has the ability to go reborn recently. This is tomorrow's going to be the event for that. But the problem with that is well, not problem, but the thing about that is that that would mean that the combination card has the potential to have three Diamond Reborn cards. Now, Hashirama is stupidly powerful when it comes to Reborn. I've seen, if I recall correctly, like 15 million CP Diamond Reborn Hashiramas. I've seen Tobirama like 14, 15 million CP Tobirama. And keep in mind, that's kind of lowballing it too. Um, so the third Hokage, I really do doubt that it's gonna get to 13. I mean, well, 15, like 16 million CP, but it is gonna at the very least be a 14, 15 million CP card. And not only that, keep in mind that because it's a triple combination card, the way that it works, it just be pretty OP. The third Hokage has a lot of tier 5 items. Tobirama, same thing. Hashirama, same thing. So this is a really powerful combination card. Not only that, the skill itself seems to be pretty OP. What it does is causes true damage to all enemies and with a high possibility to suppress, which means they can't release the skills and their chakra is suppressed and they can't grow for 2 rounds. And it makes all of your allies immune to debuff for 1 round. Increases their ninjutsu defense and taijutsu defense for 2 rounds. And it doesn't need to hit, and it ignores the backhand, which is pretty standard at this point. Although keep in mind, like I said, to give you an idea of just how much shit will go down when it comes to this, let me go ahead and show you the third Hokage. So this is the third Hokage, and consider how many, what do you call it? How many skills he releases. So watch. That is one. That is two. He one, two, one, two, three, four. One, two. So constantly he releases about two skills each turn, with probability, obviously. Um, so that's like that would be the tier 5 items for the third Hokage. Then you would have Tobirama, who doesn't have quite as many, well, not skills, but quite as many, what do you call it, skills when it comes to his items. But either way, there would be the Flying Thunder God Kunai, there would be the second Hokage Ninja Suit, the Hokage Armor, Then there's also his ring, which I actually have on kaguya at the moment. So let me go ahead. No, that's wrong kaguya. It's a sealed. Okay, there we go. So then you also have this to consider. Excuse me, I kind of burped a little bit. Sorry about that. So you have that to consider. Not only that, you also have a chance to put on the what do you call it? The Shadow Clone passive on the combo card because of Tobidama, which is very, very powerful. So you see Flying Thunder God Slash, and then like you have a bunch of stuff basically. Water Shark Blade, Flying Thunder God Slash. So I mean, like just with Tobidama, you get about 2 skills released every 1 turn. One which increases your dodge, and the other one which stops the enemy from using their passive skills. And then I think that, and then when you release a unique skill, you get the 2 shadow clones from the tier 5 Hokage armor. So that's something to consider. And then you have let me go ahead and re-equip this to Kaguya again. And then you also have Hashirama, which is very powerful, very very powerful. When it comes to damage, he has you get to use his skills, which are the Hobi technique, the True Several Thousand Hands. True Several Thousand Hands, very powerful. Then he also has all of his items, which is like, for example, the first Hokage scroll, which would provide you with the combo card. It would provide it with a True Several Thousand Hands and 1 extra wood clone after a normal attack. You get the Hokage's first ninja suit at tier 5, which gives you even more bonuses. You would also get the headband, the forehead protector, tier 5, which would give you healing after your unique skill, and then it would also make you immune to debuffs, I believe. Yeah. For about 1 round. Then you get this, like a lot of chakra recovery, a lot of bonus items. And then you would get this, which is, I mean, a lot of extra hit, a lot of extra useful things. So yeah, you get a lot of stuff when it comes to that particular combination card. It's part of the reason, in my opinion, why it's so pricey, why it costs so much, simply because, well, quite honestly, the passives that it has the potential to use, the skills that it has potential to use when you get it at tier 5, which quite honestly you're more than likely to do so, simply because, well, if you're gonna be getting the combo card and you don't get it for free, which you can get it for free, and I'll explain how in a few minutes. And if you don't get it for free, well, I mean, you're gonna have all the tier 5 items, just because at the end of it you're gonna have that much shit to use, you know. So a lot of things going for that particular combo card: CP, damage, a bunch of other shit. Moving on, the zombie trails have come back, and personally, I've actually been just constantly on that, because quite honestly, I need the items to create Tobirama. As you can see, I already have them bronze. I had him purple before, but this is really the first time I've actually bothered to train up Tobirama. I'm close enough to the point where I can get another silver Tobirama, and I'll show you in a few seconds how many items that shows. Before the event, I didn't have any broken mask, not a single one. After the event, I now have 56. So I did 210 tries for 3 days: today, yesterday, and the day before. Uh, the day before. The day before yesterday. There we go. So I got 56 broken black mask out of that, and I mean, if you want to do some quick math, so that's 210 times 3. That's 630. Divide that by how many? 56 broken black. Black mask divided by 56. That's a 1 in 11 chance. Yeah, just about right. Like 1 in 11 chance to get the broken mask out of from the what do you call it? From, well, no, not 1 in 11 actually. My bad. You have you have a chance to get a few masks from the event. Oh, that no, actually that's probably wrong. I probably did that math wrong. But either way, in my own personal experience, I usually get like 20, maybe 15, 16 per day. I got really lucky on the first day, and then not so lucky on the second, and I got decently lucky today. I was at 40 something. I think I was at 40 perfectly, so I got about 16 broken mask today. Which isn't so bad. Yeah, so it's like 1 in 20, more or less. There we go. That sounds a little better. Then there's also this particular thing. This is the Take the Bells, which you just do the trial and you defeat this guy. Fairly easy to take down. And it gives you the, what do you call it? The fragments for the third Hokage. Next up would be Battle with Hanzo, which is actually significantly harder than Take the Bells. Keep that in mind. I can do it obviously, but if you're newer, you're gonna have a little bit of a trouble because as you can see, like the amount of damage that I have to deal is quite significant. Like my first guy did about 11, 12 million worth of damage, barely even made a dent on the HP. Same thing with, excuse me, same thing with everybody else, dealing a decent amount, but not a whole lot compared to his HP. So yeah, keep that in mind. He's a lot more powerful now. The reason you might want to do this is because if you do defeat him enough times, you're gonna get a certificate, which you can go to the shop and exchange for a few of the not fifth, but of the third Hokage's items, and I'll show you those items in a few seconds. They are the pants, I believe, and they are also the pipe. So yeah, there is that. Let me go ahead and finish this. This is the sort of thing that you can't skip, so you kind of just have to let it play itself out. Um, all things considered, this is a fairly good event when it comes to this, because well, you get a lot of free shit. Like for example, the Seed of Fire. If you do it enough times. Oh yeah, Juvenile Ninja. You can only do it 3 times per day, but every time that you defeat them, you get the purple card. For each and every single one. This is the Juvenile Third Hokage package event, and if you open it up, you get what do you call it? Let me show you. Ninja Dog Park. See, if you open it up, you get the Jiraiya childhood, the Orochimaru childhood, and the Tsunade childhood, which is really, really useful when it comes to training up the third Hokage. Personally, it was a bitch and a half for me to get these guys, because it just was, honestly. But because of this event, it's a lot easier. Not only that, if you do the Seed of Fire, which is what I was going to mention before I did Juvenile Ninja by accident, if you do the Seed of Fire, you can do it 5 times, I believe, per day, and you can get the Will of Fire, Will of Hokage package, basically. If you open it up, you get 100 gold each, 5 Ninja Dog Park, 2 Toad Sages, and 10 Bloodline Stones. So each time that you open one of them, you get all of that. So let me go ahead and open 10. And as you can see, I got 20 Toad Sages, 500 Bloodline Stones, 1,000 gold, 50 Ninja Dog Parks, which are fairly useful, and then like Toad Sages and such. When it comes to the trial, the zombie trials, you're more than likely going to end up just getting a lot of Toad Sages, which is why I have a whole lot. So yeah, that's really about it when it comes to the event. Personally, I'm not going to recharge. I debated whether or not to, simply so I could get a Tobirama, but at this point, I'm not going to get him gold. I'm going to get him silver, actually. Not gold, though. So, which is, for me, that's really the goal, to get him gold. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not going to. I just don't have enough, what do you call it? I just don't have enough of his, not his. I just don't have enough of his, enough of his materials to create gold. If I wanted to, I would have to recharge more than likely. I'd have to get 50k at the very least. Another like 20k consumption just to get Shinobi World War Second Hokage. And then I'd have to do another 10k on top of that to get the Shinobi World War the Second Hokage. So that would give me 2. And then I would also, like from the recharge, I would get like at least 1 Tobirama for quote unquote free, which would get me to gold. But the problem with that being is that I'd have to recharge quite a bit, a lot more than just a little bit, which is sounds weird, but it kind of makes sense. Uh, so let's see, like how much would I have to recharge to get a gold Tobirama, which quite honestly is diamond because I have enough materials to turn them to diamond instantly. So I have 36k consumption. Let's see, 36k. 36, 670, so 670 plus. I have 5.6k. 576k. So that's 42k consumption. So let me go ahead and move over here. Minus. No. So how much is it? How much do I need? I need 60k consumption. Yeah. I need 60k. So 60 minus 60k. I would still need like another 17k gold. Not only that, let's see, 17k gold. So to get that much today, at the very least, let's go to create the future, all the way down to the recharge. Actually, is it triple gold recharge today? No, it was yesterday, which was double gold. So that would fuck me over harder because I don't get extra gold today. Yeah, I would have to recharge. Let's see. Where are you at, motherfucker? So at 5k, I would get 20 broken mask. And let's see, 15 broken mass. So that'd be enough for like 1/3 Hokage. Yeah, that would be enough for 1/3 Hokage, and that would be 160. Yeah, that would be a little too much for me to recharge right now. Because I would get enough broken mass to create 1/3 Hokage, and then, like, if I'm really lucky, I could probably get the rest of the third Hokage tomorrow if they do the trial again. But even then, like, I would still be left with, I could be left with just, like, fucked over. Because I would be able to create two. If they do the event tomorrow, I'd be able to create two third Hokages. Second Tobidamas for free. And I would get another one from the recharge. So that's... Right now I need 5, actually. Yeah, I need 5. So I have 2 in items, another one from recharge, and then another one from consumption. Well, easily from consumption. Yeah, I just wouldn't be able to get gold. I'm just probably going to wait for the next event. Because I would have to recharge quite a bit, and at that point there wouldn't even be a point of me consuming, because at that point I would just get enough materials to create Tobirama. Because, see, like at 17, let's say like 15k, I'd get like another 15 broken mask, and then another 10 broken mask, and at that point I just have enough to create 2 Tobiramas. So yeah, not particularly worth it for me to recharge today. So that's kind of unfortunate, but that's good also because it just lets me save money. So there we go. There's that. I think that's about it when it comes to the event itself. Nothing else really. I'm really sorry that I just took so long to make this video. I know this is the last day of the event. For tomorrow's event, it's just really a normal, a normal reborn event. The third Hokage is actually not decent. Well, he is semi-decent, actually. Let me go ahead and check. Yeah, he's semi-decent. He gets a good 400k CP from going to Reborn. But like I said, not particularly important in my eyes. I mean, he could be, probably will be, because of the combo card. But, I mean, just not kind of worth it for me to recharge for him, to get keys and all that crap. Yeah, not much to it. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to wait for that. Dang it. Oh well. Also, if you do gold 10 draw, you can get a free a free third hook Sarutobi, free third Hokage. Apart from that, there really isn't that much else to tell. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this event was mostly for like the third Hokage, which should be fairly obvious, but still. Just for like having a diamond Tobirama, you would get like Toad Sages times 10, level 6 scroll package at bronze. Silver, you would get the third Hokage's vest, which is good because I'm more than likely going to end up getting that. Yeah, I have to wait until yeah. Okay, if they do the trial tomorrow, I'm gonna get the second Hokage's vest. Then gold, you're gonna get the Tobirama skin, Tobirama Senju, which is really really good. And whenever I get Tobirama to gold slash diamond, I will definitely do a showcase on that just to show you his power. Quite honestly. Then there is what do you call it? Like the third Hokage, you would get the Toad Sages times 20, level 6 pill scroll package times 5, fairly basic. Silver, you would get the ninja suit, which is decent, but I wouldn't particularly recommend it outside then, other than like on the third Hokage, obviously. Then there would be like gold, you get the refining material for the third ninja suit, which is adamantine. And then diamond, you would get the Shinobi World War Hiruzen Sarutobi, which is a decent skill, but meh. Yeah, see, like, they don't even provide as far as I can tell, hang on, let me check, just so I don't look like, okay, yeah, just so I don't look like a jackass, they don't even provide a reward for, like, not Tobirama, but for, like, Hashirama, which he is obviously part of this. Oh yeah, so the battle with Hanzo, you can get it, you can get the certificate and you can exchange it for, like, the third helmet, the third Hokage's pipe, the third Hokage's pants. You can only get it once, so keep that in mind. Apart from that, like I said, that's really about it when it comes to the events. Nothing truly important. I mean, yeah. So there you go. There's the event in a nutshell. Now moving on. So I did promise I was gonna do a showcase for Kaguya, which makes more sense now that I've actually, well, quite honestly, made her better than what she was. As you can see here, this is Kaguya. She's actually my second weakest, I think. Yeah, second weakest at the moment. She actually replaced what's his name? Uh, Dang it, it's on the tip of my tongue. Kakashi. Because she was stronger than him, and it just benefited me more to do so. But yeah, as you can see, she's here, and she's actually fairly decent. She goes up to level 120 for whatever reason. I only got her up to level 106 last time. I don't know why. But yeah, she goes up to level 120. Her skill, well, Gengetsu skill can be used by her, which is a summoning technique monkey, which is very useful for her actually, because it transfers her ninjutsu attack to genjutsu attack. And it makes her immune to ninjutsu and taijutsu damage for like one turn. Makes her also immune to dizzy, which is useful. The Mugen Tsukiyomi one style is decent. It's not the best. It's not very common, but it's obviously better than the Mugen Tsukiyomi. Um, as you can see here, like her items are pretty OP. Like the level 166 path robed Otsutsuki Kaguya tier 5. At level 160, it gives you 351k Genjutsu attack, 214k stamina. Like, that is insane. And then on top of that, like, when you equip it to Kaguya, she gets an extra 110k Genjutsu attack, and then 550k HP, which is pretty insane. The Ashbone Otsutsuki Kaguya, tier 4, is also pretty good. At level 160, it gives you 260k Genjutsu attack, plus 90k hits, and 180 tenacity. Um, let's see what else. The Six Path Horn Otsutsuki Kaguya, level 110, 48k taijutsu attack, 43k hits. Not the best, decent though. So 24k hits, extra bonuses, and then 50k taijutsu attack, which is decent once again. The Eye of the Moon tier 5 level 120 gives you 79k genjutsu attack and 92k hit, which is actually very good for the hit. It's actually one of those few items which are very good for hit. At least in the particular slot that it's at, which is earring slot, I believe. Not only that, when you equip it to Kaguya, she gets an extra 90k genjutsu attack and then 580k HP, which is very good. And then like the Byakugan Otsutsuki Kaguya tier 5 gives you 63k taijutsu defense, 63k genjutsu defense. If you equip it to her, she gets 100k something. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's extra. I think it's hit. Yeah, okay, an extra 100k hit. There you go. And then I also have like other stuff on her, like the long ninja boots, dodge, like the Uchiha armor, ninjutsu attack, and then like the hard world pro water blade tier 4, which is actually fairly good, to be honest. It's one of the better ring items. As you can see, it has a decent amount of dodge, like 58k dodge, 47k ninjutsu attack, and 52k stamina, which is very good in my opinion. But yeah, that the six path Otsutsuki Kaguya, that really surprised me. That's an insane amount of genjutsu attack and stamina. You can put a genjutsu, not a genjutsu, but you can put active skill on her. But I really wouldn't recommend it, especially if you have the summoning technique monkey, because you want to use it as often as possible because it transfers, like I said, your taijutsu slash genjutsu attack into, I mean, ninjutsu attack. Your taijutsu attack, which is what you would normally do, it turns it into genjutsu damage. So it's a lot better to have that. Her stats are looking decent. Like I have her at 550k hits, 365k dodge, 265k taijutsu attack, 688k ninjutsu attack, 108k hit. I mean, decent all around. Tenacity is actually pretty good. 1,700. She has this bloodline. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it is very good. It gives you 20k genjutsu defense and 20k HP, so it really boosts up your like your stats. If I were to train her, if I were to get her gold or whatever, well, if I were to train her to her next stage, I would actually get her to 16 million CP. So just to give you an idea between the difference between what I have and what the next level would be, and then the next level would be even more powerful than that. So that's all. That's pretty interesting in my opinion. There really isn't that much else to her. She, like I said, she's actually fairly decent. She can actually take on like the lower level chapters, which like chapter 24. Like I know a lot of people have trouble with this one, so just watch. Um, this debuff in itself, it's really good. Just doesn't always activate, unfortunately. The Eternal Tsukiyomi debuff. So yeah, really powerful when it comes to Genjutsu damage. I don't think she can take on Nagato, or at least not yet. But the passive skill is actually really good because it kind of, when it silences people, it negates their attack instead of actually stopping them from using their attack. So yeah, she's really decent. Just not the greatest when it comes to damage. Like I said, like she cannot solo Kabuto Kabushi or Kabuto Yakushi. Like that's too much HP for her to handle, basically. Um, yeah, I mean, she's decent. That's really the gist of this. Unfortunately, her skill does not work in the Ninja World War. Although personally, I have not tested this, and this motherfucker is just gonna stun lock her to death. There we go. So as you can see, 3.4 million solid hits, 3.5, 1.7 million, 6 million, 3.5 million, 3.4. Just a decent amount of damage, just nothing too outstanding. She's worth it. Well, as of right now, she was worth it. She is worth it, like for me to get. It would have been nice if I could have gotten her next stage, but I just did not have enough money to recharge towards that point. Um, yeah, as you can see, it would have been a lot nicer. She would have been my second strongest or my strongest. Yeah, my second or third strongest. So yeah, she's fairly decent. Now, moving on to actually this particular card, which is the Sealed Kaguya, as you can see here. Not quite as powerful as the, actual Kaguya. So there's a reason for that actually. It's because she's essentially just the weaker version of it. If you do Ninja World War and if you get to stage 100, you can get one fragment per day of hers. So the way that you get her fragments, basically, you get this, which is called the let me go ahead and show you if I can find it. Yeah, okay, the badge of the Otsutsuki clan, you get that. And you can turn it into 99, which is going to get you her purple card. Now, to train her up to this stage, you need 2 purple card sealed Kaguya. And then to train her up into her next stage, you need another sealed Kaguya, which is, I guess, whatever you want to call this stage. Which would turn her into her gold stage, I guess. And then after that, I would assume you need another gold Kaguya to train her up into her final form. But keep in mind that the boost from this stage up to the next is actually fairly good. You go from 5.2 million to 5.3 million. Not the greatest of jumps, but keep in mind that you can get this for free so long as you do a Ninja World War for a very, very long time. Unfortunately, right now I can't test this, but I have heard that you can get her fragments for 500 contribution in the National War. The reason I can't test it is simply because I'm not in it. I didn't register to be in it, so I really can't join now, which kind of sucks. But that's just, I guess, a reminder for me to actually pay attention next time. And as you can see, it's actually a lot more worth it to be in the what do you call it? Dang, what's it called? The uh, uh, Akatsuki, because like the winner Land of Lightning, who got them. Yeah, that's 91K for the reward. So that's gonna be interesting to see how much they get. Moving on, well, moving back to her actually. Her skill is the Byakugan Genjutsu. I'm fairly sure I already covered this, but when it actually triggers, it's fairly good. And let me go ahead and actually upgrade her skill. Let me go ahead and find Ninja Dog Parks. I only have 75, but I can get more from the shop. So let me go ahead and get 75. There we go. And upgrade her. In this stage, she can actually go to level 105. The stage before that, in her purple card form, she can actually go up to, well, she can go to level 105 in her purple card form. She can go up to level 106 in this stage. And I'm going to assume she can go up to level 110 or 115 then in the next stage. Not level 120 just yet. Which is fine, I guess, because this is just a really long-term card, especially if you're not recharging or just consuming during certain events, which feature her fragments, essentially. Um, Let me go ahead and keep on doing this. There we go, 70k, 71, 75. There we go, 75. So I trained her up, and something that I noticed, which is very relieving, at least in my from my point of view, she didn't change this, like she didn't negate it, so it's fine if you train her up, it's perfectly acceptable. Um, yeah, still missing. I have basically the same bloodlines that I had. Well, not excuse me, the same collections that I had beforehand. But yeah, her skill still fairly decent. Let me actually finish upgrading her because that's gonna bother me for a while. I think I did 75, so she's 76. I should need another, like, what, 30? Should be about right. Sorry if I sound out of breath. It's just that I am. I mean, I haven't spoken like this in a while. That's all. Let's see. I should be able to get 30 from here, unless they fixed it. Yeah, they did. Cunts. Let me go ahead and item shop. Let me go to gift pack. Scroll to the left. Nope, nope, nope. Fake power. Fake power. Finding bags. Ninja Spirit, Toad Sage, Ninja Dog Tarp, whatever the hell that was. Ninja Dog Park. Okay, so 30. There we go. And then next up to scroll to the right. Quick warning. The video might end suddenly, and I'll just upload it like this, just so you guys know. I mean, I really don't want to have to do another video because the thing stopped. We're at 33 minutes at the moment, so that's nice. Here we go. Let me finish upgrading her skill. Like I said, her skill's fairly useful. It can trigger backhand, which kind of sucks. But the if it takes effect, the effect itself is fairly useful. It's basically just a Tsukiyomi, not a Tsukiyomi, but a Kamui skill, a Kamui debuff, as far as I can tell. Just stops the enemy from like skills being useful. So as you can see, they cannot trigger the equipment skill or the passive skill for 2 rounds. So these are her items, which I really haven't gotten around to upgrading, but the bonuses on them are actually fairly good. They don't work on the other Kaguya, like the Otsutsuki Kaguya. They don't work on her, unfortunately, which I thought is bullshit, but whatever. Um, whew, sorry if I sound, like I said, if I sound a little bit out of breath. So let me go ahead and upgrade this one. And that's not so bad. That's like, what, 41k hits, 46k taijutsu attack. Let's do yeah, the robe. Nope. I think that's about it for me. Yeah, I ran out of silver, which is fine. So yeah, those are really her items. Her headband is actually really good, as you can see. The Genjutsu attack on that is pretty on point. That's what 108k Genjutsu attack, and it's like level 59. That's pretty insane. The sealed robe, meh. It's not very good in my opinion, but the bonuses on it are decent for her. She gets 100k HP bonuses and then 80k Genjutsu attack. Then the lining gives her an extra some Genjutsu and 150k defense. Oh, it gives you an extra 150k Genjutsu defense. Sorry about that. The Longet gives her 100k Genjutsu attack, 50k HP, and then the hairband gives her 70k hits and 70k dodge, which is decent actually. So she's not, weak. Her skills though leave much to be desired. To be honest, she can use the summoning monkey technique just like the original. But unfortunately, that's really her best bloodline, the Yin release. Nothing else really comes close. Like there's Yang, there's Spore, there's Reincarnation, but you're really gonna be wanting to use Yin release. You can use it as soon as she's purple card. If you have it, simply because, like I said, she goes up to level 105, and then level 106 when it comes to her next training stage, and then the training stage after that, she can go up to level 110. So that's nice. Her damage isn't phenomenal. It's not quite as good as obviously her counterpart, the Unsealed, the Otsutsuki Kaguya, but it is still decent. And let me go ahead and show you Death of Sasuke. And she'll still be able to solo something like this. But as you can see, the probability of the debuff actually working is not very high. You're more than likely going to be better off working with a passive skill for it to release the debuff than the actual skill itself. But like I said, her damage is decent. That's what 2 million and then a 4 million critical, so decent damage there. If I were to upgrade her items to full, she'd probably do a little more damage. Let's see the probability of her skill actually releasing, and decently so. Like I said, this is like a Kamui debuff essentially. Just makes it so they really can't do anything against you. Just nullifies everything as far as I can tell. But it is a fairly rare debuff. As you can see, you got 4 of them. Well, 3 of them. Well, my bad. 2 of them, and left everybody, without anything happening to them. So, not the greatest card, but still decently useful. It does not ignore backhand. So let me go ahead and use this. Yeah, see, it does not ignore backhand, and it does make it so you can't really, like, basically, if there's a passive skill which can block it or redirect it back towards her, it can happen to you. So Minato's pretty deadly when it comes to that, or against her. CP wise, like I said, she's fairly decent. That's a 5 million CP with like only 4 items and being her second stage. So that's pretty impressive in my humble opinion. Not much else to tell about her. She really is just a weaker version of the better one, and the better one is mine at the very least is a weaker version of the even better one. And I can almost guarantee you if I had the fully geared out version, like level one. Well, I don't know what she would be. Yeah, she'd be like level 120, like her fully geared out version, like whatever. I think the best one that we could have gotten in this event would be gold. But if I would have gotten her gold version, she would be like I don't know, 20 million easily. Like this version here, if I were to train her up to the next one, she would be 16 million. Keep that in mind. And then I would also have like more tier 5 items. So that's at least another 1.5 million. So that's what 17 million. And then the version after that one would be another 4 million for the training. So yeah, this version's actually pretty weak. Basically came out with the same problem that I have with the Sixth Path of Pain, where I'm gonna outgrow them pretty fast. So that's kind of why I'm just considering saving money until I see an auction that I can definitely win with like a 50k recharge or some shit like that. Um, Yeah, that's really about it when it comes to those guys. So let's move on to. I kind of want to do a showcase for what's his name, Minato, because the way that I have him, he's pretty insane. Like let me go ahead and show you something that I noticed, something that you guys might not know. But if you have this particular not bloodline, but this particular skill, you can get it from the shop. If you have it, it deals a lot of damage on the enemy. This version of my Minato can actually solo Hanzo. And let me show you. Let me give you proof. Um, so as you can see, he's gonna release all his crap. And quite honestly, any combination card with Minato is pretty insane. Like the guy has a stupid amount of skills. But yeah, so sea flying, space flying, thunder god. So if I can manage to get the kunai on the kunai what do you call it? The kunai fucking hell. The kunai debuff, the one that's on comes with the flying thunder god, which should be showing up at some point, but for whatever reason it's only showing up with barriers. There we go. If I can get that one, with the active skill that Minato has on him, he's gonna basically, yeah, see, cut fucking just an insane amount of Hanzo's HP. That's because of the active skill. If he has the kunai on the enemy, then he just cuts a lot of their HP. I actually managed to equip Sage mode on him because really, you just need the like 7 Sage modes. And it actually increases CP by a little bit, by like 100k CP. So it says after equipped increases hit and HP. I didn't really notice how much HP or how much hit was increased, but I mean, it's a decent amount, I guess. But yeah, he's really, really powerful. Is basically the gist of that particular what do you call it? Showcase, I guess. If I could get him reborn, he would be like a good 13, 14 million. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah, see? Like, I mean, just going to purple card form, he would go like to 7.5 million, which is pretty insane in my opinion. Unfortunately, I am going to have to wait both in money and in time. So let's see. So I did that. Okay, so when it comes to overclocking, because this is actually going to be a very important topic when it comes to the Ninja World War. But when it comes to overclocking, you really only need a few things. But they're very important things and things you cannot do without. So first and foremost, you're going to need Orochimaru. That's just a given when it comes to overclocking. Reason being is because he is the key to it all. He is the reason you overclock in the first place. If you don't have Orochimaru, you're not going to overclock. Now, what does overclocking mean? It's basically just what I ended up calling the insane amount of damage that you do when using this strategy. So it's a little bit of luck based, but as you get further into better cards and certain cards in particular, it's gonna be a lot less luck based. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, you need Orochimaru. And he can be purple card. Really, it's useful if you have gold or diamond because you're gonna be able to use Curse Seal, which is nice because this is the basis of which you overclock. Basically, what Curse Seal does, it increases your ninjutsu attack by what do you call it? By 100%. So if you do 2 million damage with your current ninjutsu attack, and you get a red Curse Seal, you're gonna be able to do 2 million damage without a critical. Now, if you get the Great Curse Seal, you're weakened and you have a chance to die. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it happens very rarely. It's like 1 in 1,000, basically, or in my experience. So yeah, the problem with this, particularly if you have the passive, is that it's only released at the very beginning of the battle, and it's only released once. The way that you get around this and the way you make this work is if you have the tier 4 or tier 5 Orochimaru's ring. Now what it does, it releases extra curse seals for everybody. So Every time he releases his unique skill, Orochimaru releases the cursed seal. Now, this would normally